not meant to protect comfortable speech. I can tell you this about my sheriff. Everybody, including all of the protesters, went home safe. All of the sheriffs went home safe. All of the deputies went home safe, and there was no property damage. So I'm sorry that free speech makes some people uncomfortable. That's just free speech.
I'm not Republican. You hear the silence there? I am non-political preference because the California GOP is a captured operation. And they have no intent on winning anything because they don't make money when they're winning anything. Right? So we need to be honest with ourselves. Would I support some candidates? Absolutely. If it's a deep state candidate hiding under the guise of being a Republican, no, but I sure in the hell will call them out. So we'll have to look and see. March with a little bit away.
Conservative common sense approach, we absolutely, 80% of the state, the 20% are lunatics that are benefiting from the rigged elections. 80% of the state wants fair elections. Fair elections are exactly what he just said that we can all agree with. That's what we all want. Here's the thing for all of you. Stop freaking talking about it. Stop complaining and bitching about stolen elections and about election rigging, because what that does is the people, the 60% of us that don't vote, fact, that's math, 60% don't vote, and it's because they have this attitude of, it's rigged. It's rigged. There's nothing we can do. My vote doesn't count. They're picking the elections already. And I'm going to leave you with this. President Trump is the only person that can talk about stolen election. President Trump's 2020 election was stolen completely, and we all know it. And here's the thing. In 2024, he never said it once. He never said it once. He said, make it too big to rig, because he knows that the only reason he was, or way he was going to win, is if those 60% of people that don't vote get off their lazy butts and go vote. Quit complaining about election rigging. We'll fix it all when you elect one of us. But we aren't going to do it till it's there. You have to sign the petition. You have to get that on the voter rolls. We have to bring people out to vote. And we have to get somebody in there to fix the system that was designed to make sure that Democrats stay there.
Know is that you can actually own your property free and clear without having to pay property tax. So one of the things is, and it's an abrogation to our rights, is the state is always run like a business. That's the dumbest thing that you can do. That has nothing to do with good governance. When it comes to running the state like a business, they force the people to have to meet on a profit margin, irrelevant if it's made in bad faith. So the states, when they joined the union, became the trustees of the land. So then the banks came in and they buy up that land, which used to be called an allodial title. An allodial title meant that you own the land, you own the soil, you own the airspace, including when it comes to some of our farmers with their water, and they have senior water rights pre-legislation. That means they control all of it, that's theirs. And they're the ones who are feeding us, and yet we have corruption here in the state that charges them about $1,000 if they go over that. The problem is that the state utilizes the property to raise it up yearly so they can generate revenue. And last time I checked, I always hear, we're the 4th largest economy, right? That's great, but to whose prosperity? To the state's overinflated budget, or to the people's bank accounts? Because I know it's not in your account. So one of the best things that we can do is open up those patent offices so that you, the people, once you pay off the lien from the bank, you can now go in and find out how much is left on that actual land, so you can own the property in and of itself, and watch how much higher the value of your land goes up when one day you want to pass it down or sell it. It doesn't belong to the government, it belongs to the people. That's what you're going to get with me, Daniel Mercury.
I've spent a lot of time in Kern County. I've been on the oil fields. I've studied the issue. This is an absolute insane situation we're in here in California. We have abundant oil and gas reserves in California. Not that long ago, around 80% of what we used in California, we produced in California. Now these climate fanatics have turned that on its head. We are importing nearly 80% of our oil and gas. It is a disgrace. We're shipping it in on giant supertankers. The #1 provider of oil for California today, Iraq. It is insane. Here's what we're going to do. The way that they are shutting down our oil industry is not legislation, it is administrative action. Specifically, CalGEM, California Geologic and Energy Management. They are refusing to issue permits for maintaining existing wells, for expanding them, for drilling new wells in existing fields. I've seen it. Half the wells, you look out at these oil fields, aren't working. I will kick out the climate fanatics from CalGem, put in place pro-energy people, end the ridiculous refinery regulations, produce California oil and gas, and then we won't be heading from $5 gas to $6 gas or 7 or even 8 when these refineries shut down. We'll be producing the oil here, giving business to our refineries so they stay open, and when we do all of that, we create jobs and opportunity in Kern County, and we get $3 gas in California.
You guys need to hold them accountable. We need to hold them accountable at the ballot box so they can't write these stupid laws so that they end up being enforced. And honestly, we need to stop looking at immigration like it's this sort of two-tiered thing, where it's like, oh, well, these are the sweetheart immigrants that broke our law coming here, and these are the mean immigrants that we only go after because they're violent.
This has to be a rational response. So I get your frustration, and unfortunately, they made immoral and wrong legal. So you can't go back and change the law again and then prosecute them for doing something that they did. All we can do is get them out of office. We have to expose them, we have to get them out of office. I wish it was the 1960s, 70s, and 80s we take them behind the shed to beat the shit out of them. That's what should happen, but that can't happen. So here's the thing. Everybody wants to criticize and everybody wants to do sheriff stuff until it comes time to do sheriff shit, and then you can't do it. Here's the thing with illegal immigration. This is what we have to realize. Everything with our sanctuary state, there are federal laws that control immigration. And our federal government is broken. They have not done it. Biden didn't do it for 4 years. He created this situation for President Trump to come back in and enforce them, and now use him like he's doing something illegal and wrong when all he is doing is enforcing immigration. Here's the thing that nobody wants to talk about, and this is where sometimes I get criticized. From a sheriff level, I despise sanctuary state. It is wrong. We did it right before 2017 when they changed it and prevented us from cooperating with ICE and deporting these illegal immigrants that are here illegally committing crimes and violating us in public. I cannot, as a law enforcement officer, have people that are here illegally, a 16-year-old girl, afraid to report to local law enforcement that she was raped because she's afraid of being deported. Local law enforcement cannot be involved in the ground level enforcement of immigration because those people will be victimized to no end, and there's nothing we would ever be able to do about it. It is absolutely morally wrong. We need to deport criminals. The federal government needs to deport the rest.
That's it for today. Really appreciate you guys watching my video. As always, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, or please subscribe to the channel. Always appreciate it, guys. That's what's going on in California. God bless. Take care. And I'll see you all next time.